Hi, scientists. I'm Miss Alexie. I study physiology, which is the study of how the human body works.
Hey, scientists, I'm Mr. Zeh. I studied bioengineering, which was making materials out of bacteria, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today.
Okay, Zeh. So, what are we going to talk about then?
Did I mention I'm vegan?
When did you go vegan, Zeh?
I went vegan in 2016, which means it's been years since I've had any meat.
And what exactly is vegan?
So, vegan is where you don't eat any animal products or anything that even comes from animals. So, no meat, no fish, no eggs, no dairy like milk, cheese, or butter. I do have honey though, which does come from bees, which are technically animals.
I love honey. Well, so eating vegan, are you healthy? Can you get all of your nutrients on a vegan diet?
Yeah, so in fact, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says it's safe for all ages, even children or pregnant moms. It's still important to eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, however, to get all your basic nutrients.
So you can get all of your vitamins on a vegan diet?
You caught me. So you can't get B12 in enough of a quantity because it's made by bacteria, and animals get it because they eat enough dirt that has the bacteria, and then meat eaters can get it by eating those animals. But if you're vegan, you're gonna have to take a supplement or a B12 pill.
That's really good to know. So, I've heard that on a vegan diet, it can cause you to fart more. Is that true?
You can hear it all right. You can also smell it. So it is true. I've gone through my own experience with that personally, but don't worry, it's only in the beginning. When you first switch to a vegan diet, you're eating a lot more fiber than the average American would. The average American doesn't even reach the 15 grams of fiber that's recommended. So high fiber foods are very healthy. In fact, a study that had participants eating half a cup of cooked pinto beans per day led to a 20-point drop in cholesterol. But
Wow.
if you don't have the bacteria in your gut to digest enough fiber, you're going to get really gassy. So it's easy, you just have to build up to it. So doctors recommend starting with a small amount of beans and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, and then gradually building up so your body can handle it.
Well, that makes sense. So, why did you go vegan?
So I saw a lot of documentaries that convinced me that going vegan was the best for the planet, actually. Everyone thinks it's our cars, our trucks, our planes that are causing global warming mainly. But all transportation, all of that combined is only 13% of total pollution. 18% is from animal agriculture or the farming of animals for meat, eggs, and dairy.
Wow, I did not know that. So, if eating a lot of meat leads to that much destruction, what about having too many people?
So it's true that our population has gotten a lot bigger from 1.5 billion to 8 billion in just 100 years. But us humans eat 20 billion pounds of food a day. That's a lot. Just the cows that we're raising to eat 135 billion pounds of food. So that
Wow.
Yeah, so that means that's a whole lot more deforestation and pollution that we have to do just to feed them so we could have a steak.
Wow.
And when you have all these cows or pigs or chickens all on a farm together, all grouped up in this small area, if it's right next to the ocean, all their poop and pee can go into the ocean. And that sounds bad already, but it gets even worse. Once it's in there, algae will eat it all up. It's really good for them. They love that poop and pee. But then they die because they ate it all. And then bacteria come and eat all the dead algae. But one thing bacteria need in the water in order to eat all this dead algae is a lot of oxygen. So the bacteria then take out all the oxygen in the water to eat the dead algae, but then this leaves no more oxygen for the marine life that was already there.
No.
So all of these steps between the factory farms that we have, raising cows and chickens and pigs, all the way to all these fish dying in the ocean. So there's a lot of destruction that happens because of factory farming.
Wow, that really does sound like a lot of destruction at multiple different levels. So in there you had said that 18% of the greenhouse gas emissions are from animal agriculture. That doesn't seem too bad, especially for how yummy turkey is.
You know what, Alexie? I hate to break it to you, but it gets even worse. So,
No.
yeah, so 18% is just the amount of gas that's actually going into the air. If we count all the forests that we have to chop down, animal agriculture, farming animals, is 51% of total global warming. Because one thing we always forget is that the forests take in those greenhouse gases and give us oxygen. So the rainforest gives us 20% of our Earth's oxygen, but we're chopping it down at the rate of 1 acre or about one football field a second. And 91% of the reasons why we're chopping it down is to raise livestock and to have that space so that they can graze. But we're chopping down all of these trees that be taking in carbon dioxide and giving us life-giving oxygen. Yeah, in addition,
Ugh.
every day 100 species of animals, plants, or insects are going extinct from the rainforest because of this practice.
Wow, I really didn't know that. That sounds horrible. And I'm all for saving the planet. So I get that eating meat is really bad for the environment. But what about protein? Don't we need protein in our diet?
That's a really good question, Alexi. So it's true, we do need protein. The average adult needs about 2,000 calories a day and 50 grams of protein. But if I just ate lentils for those 2,000 calories a day, that would give me 157 grams of protein. Or if I just ate broccoli with 2,000 calories of broccoli, I get 147 grams of protein. So plants have protein, but if you're going vegan, all that's important is that you're still eating enough energy and you're going to get the protein no problem.
Cool. Okay. So going vegan is healthy and it's good for the earth. Now, what happens to all the farm animals if we just let them be free?
So their populations would shrink after they've returned to the wild, but they wouldn't be being raised in order for us to eat, and they wouldn't be forced to breed for us to eat. We're growing them and we're forcing them to breed at a rate that's not natural for them. So if they were freed, their populations would decrease and their rate of breeding would decrease. That said, this would open up a lot more space for other animals that we've been pushing to the very edge of their extinction. They'd have a lot more space to grow their populations again and thrive.
Wowza, you've really thought this through. Thank you so much for sharing all of this information with me. It's really great to know that eating vegan not only saves animals, but is also great for your health.
Thank you, Alexi. These were wonderful questions.
Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Thanks again.
Yeah, bye bye.
Goodbye.